Good morning. Welcome to another Tuesday morning clergy assembly. I hope you had a great Easter and you enjoyed some of that lovely summer sun that we had over the Easter break. I bet you're glad to be back and seeing your friends now you're back in school. Now, this term we're thinking about creation. And what does creation mean? It means to make things, to be creative, to make stuff. And I've really been enjoying the things that you've made to go outside of church. Some of you made Easter gardens, some of you painted stones or wrote messages on some stones. They're probably still there if you want to go and have a look at them. They've been great. I've really enjoyed them. But you know what? Creativity is a gift that God gives us. And so in the Bible, when God tells a story about how the world was made, God wants to show us all the creativity and the love that He's poured into creation. Whether it's made over millions of years or whether it's made over just a few days. Whichever way round we think it happened, God is able to show us that He really values His creation. And at the end of every single day in creation, God says it's good. Let's listen to that story now. First of all, there was darkness. Nothing, zero. Then God said, "Let there be light." And there was. Suddenly there were stars and planets and galaxies and comets and meteors and great clouds of gas all whizzing about and going bang. It was like an enormous firework display, and God said, "That's not bad for a start." And then, out of all the millions and billions and zillions of planets, God picked out one to be special. Why this one? I don't know. It wasn't even big. It was the Earth. God made the earth spin, which made the day and the night, and He made the moon go round the earth, which made the months, and He made the earth go round the sun, which made the years. Then with His finger He gently nudged the North Pole a little to one side, which made the summer turn to winter and back again. It was all very complicated, making a giant clock, but it all worked perfectly. And God said, "That's good." On the earth, God made dry land and water. The land had mountains and canyons and deserts and huge exploding volcanoes. The water was even better. God made rain and rivers and mist and waterfalls and hailstones and snow and icicles and icebergs and great oceans with enormous crashing waves just out of water. And God said, "That's good." Then came the plants, little twiddly ones at first, too small to see, and the plants grew and grew and grew until great forests spread right around the earth. The whole world turned green, and it was very beautiful. There were all kinds of plants, and some had leaves like giant hands, some had long spiky ones, some had small feathery ones, and some had no leaves at all. Some could grow in just one day, and some lived for 1,000 years. Some had lovely flowers, and some had delicious fruit. Some had seeds as big as your head, and some had seeds like dust that whirled and twirled like helicopters and grew into great big trees. And God said, "That's good." Then He went really wild, and over millions and millions of years, He made animals. There were some with stripes, some small ones, some big ones, some with blue bottoms, and some were tall and pink. Some were high jumpers and some were low jumpers, and He made a lot of animals you've probably never heard of, like the dugong and the common noddy, the wrestling half-beak, the slow loris, and the pink fairy armadillo. And God said, "That's good too." And last but not least, He made something really wonderful. What do you think it was? Well, it was you, of course, and me, and everybody else. He made people. We're His masterpiece, His best effort. In some ways, We're a bit like God. We can think and talk and make things. We're really very clever. We're so clever, we've even walked on the moon. And God said, that's good too. Now, you'd think with such a wonderful world to live in, we'd take good care of it, wouldn't you? Especially being so clever. But lately, we haven't been making a very good job of it. We've chopped down the forests, we've filled the air with dirty smoke, we've made the rain sour, we've poisoned rivers and seas, and destroyed the places where animals live. We've even made the weather go wrong. That's not very clever, is it? And God said, that's not good. But if we're truly sorry for the things we've done, we can use our cleverness to heal our planet. It won't be easy, but if we ask him to help us change, maybe, just maybe, that was a great story, wasn't it? About how we look after the world or don't look after the world sometimes, but how the world is given to us as a gift. Now, here are some things that I've been given as gifts by people, and I want you to tell me which one you think is the most valuable. There we go. £20 note. It's worth exactly £20. Great, that was given to me as a gift. I'll go and enjoy spending that. I'm creative. I like building things. So at Christmas, my family got me this. It's the Apollo 11 lander. I love anything to do with space and exploring space. I really enjoy building this. People bought it for me, my family bought it for me because they know I like building. And so it's very valuable to me. And then I've got this box of real treasures over here. Let's have a look, see what's inside. Well, this is a Father's Day card. It's made some years ago. It's made by my daughter, and I've kept it. Now, out of these three things, and my Apollo 11 lander, which I haven't got enough hands to hold up in front of the screen, which do you think is the most valuable to me? Well, my lunar lander is great. And people did spend some money on it, perhaps more than £20 actually. I could go and get another one on eBay, or I could go and get another one from a toy store or something like that. I can't buy another one of these because it was made by somebody. It was created. And it was made by someone who loved me and who I loved. And that's why I keep it. And out of all of these three things, the thing that's most valuable is not the thing that I created, the model, or something that was given to me just as a gift and money that I could buy something with, but something that was created for me. And you know what? As we look at the world around us, this world was given to us as a gift from God. It was created and given to us to enjoy, to explore, to find out all the wonderful things that's out there. But it was made for us by someone who loves us. And you know what? I think that's the biggest reason to look after the planet. Because it was given to us as a gift to care for, but it also says something about us, about how valuable we are to God. God gave us all these senses to enjoy the world, touch and smell and sight. We don't need them really just to exist. But God gave us this amazing world to enjoy, and he gave it to us as a gift. And we've got to look after it. Last week, was Earth Day on Thursday. And we've used this prayer before by Archbishop Desmond Tutu, who's a very famous man from South Africa. He's a winner of a Nobel Peace Prize. And this is his prayer for the earth, which God has given us as a gift. I'll say one line and then you can repeat it after me. Creator God, you have called us to be keepers of your earth. Through greed, we have established an economy that destroys the web of life. We have changed our climate and drown in despair. Let oceans of justice flow. May we learn to sustain and renew the life of our Mother Earth. Help us to share the resources you have given us. To raise our voices for justice and to bear the cost of change. May our leaders act with compassion and courage. And lead us in the path of justice for the sake of our children. And our children's children. Amen.